Whiskers was a cat. He was a very happy cat. He had soft fur like a cloud. His fur was orange and white. He had long whiskers. That's why they called him Whiskers. It made sense. He thought it was a good name. A very good name for a smart cat like him. He liked his name. He also liked tuna. Tuna was his favorite. Whiskers loved his home. It was a big house. There were many sunny spots. He napped in sunny spots. Naps were very important. He took many naps every day. After naps, he liked to play. He chased toy mice. He batted at strings. The humans would laugh. He liked making humans laugh. It usually meant they would give him treats. Treats were almost as good as tuna. His human family was great. There was a mom human. She gave the best scratches behind his ears. There was a dad human. He had a warm lap for long naps. There was a small human, too. Her name was Lily. Lily gave him fish-shaped crackers. Sometimes she pulled his tail. He did not like that part, but mostly she was fun. She giggled a lot when he purred. Life was good for Whiskers. Every day was mostly the same. Wake up, eat food, find a sunbeam, nap, play a little, eat more food, get cuddles, sleep on the big bed with the humans. He purred a lot. His purr was like a tiny motor, a happy motor. He thought life would always be this way. It was a perfect life for a perfect cat. Then, things started to feel a bit strange. The big humans were quiet, too quiet. They did not laugh as much. Mom human sometimes had wet eyes. Whiskers tried to rub against her legs. He purred his loudest purr. Sometimes it helped, sometimes it did not. He did not understand. He just wanted the happy sounds back. The house felt a bit cold, even in the sunbeams. One day, there were loud sounds. Not fun, playful sounds. These were sharp sounds, like thunder, but inside the house. Whiskers did not like thunder. He hid under the bed. The humans were talking loudly. Their faces looked tight. He saw big bags near the door. Dad Human was putting clothes in the bags. Was Dad Human going on a long trip? Whiskers hoped he would bring back some fancy new cat treats. Then, Dad Human hugged Mom Human. He hugged Lily. He even picked up Whiskers. His face was sad. Whiskers licked his chin. Then Dad Human walked out the door with the big bags. And he did not come back that night, or the next night. The house felt very empty. His favorite napping spot on Dad Human's chair was just a chair now. It smelled like Dad, but Dad was not there. This was confusing. Whiskers missed the full family. He missed Dad Human's laugh. He missed the way they all sat together to watch the glowing box. Now it was just Mom Human and Lily. They tried to play with him, but their smiles were small. Whiskers wandered around the house. He meowed at the door. He looked for Dad Human. He felt a bit lost, like when he chased a fly and forgot which room he was in. But this feeling was bigger. Soon there were more big bags and boxes, lots of boxes. Mom Human packed everything, even his favorite scratchy post. Whiskers watched. He did not like all the moving. It made him nervous. He sat on a box. Maybe if he sat on it, they would not take it. It did not work. Then, they all got into the car. Whiskers was in his carrier. He meowed his complaints. This was not the way to the vet, he hoped. They went to a new place. It was smaller than the old house. It smelled very different. No Dad Human smell. No old familiar smells. Just new, strange smells. Whiskers stayed in his carrier for a long time. Mom Human opened the door. She put down his food bowl and his water. She even put out his favorite fluffy bed. He slowly stepped out. He sniffed everything, cautiously, very, very cautiously. This was an investigation. The next day, Whiskers was exploring, under the sofa, behind the curtains, on top of the small shelf. He heard a new sound, a woof sound. It came from the other side of the wall. Whiskers' ears went up. What was that? He had heard dogs before. They were usually loud and chased him. He was not a fan. He flattened his ears a little. This new place had loud wall dogs. Great, just great. A few days later, Mom Human took him outside on a leash. He did not love the leash, but he was curious. He saw the woof sound. It was a small fluffy dog. The dog wagged its tail. A lot. The dog looked friendly. Its name was Patches. Patches sniffed Whiskers. Whiskers sniffed Patches. Patches tried to lick Whiskers' nose. Whiskers backed up. Okay, maybe not that friendly. But Patches did not chase him. That was a good start. Whiskers started to get used to the new, smaller home. It was not so bad. There was a sunny window just for him. He could watch birds from there. He liked watching birds. He chattered at them. They did not seem to mind. Mom Human bought him a new toy. It was a sparkly ball with a bell. He chased it all over the small living room. He even learned to bring it back, sometimes, when he felt like it. He saw Patches the dog almost every day. They would sniff each other through the fence. Sometimes Patches Human would let Patches into their little yard. Whiskers would watch from the window. Patches would wag its tail and bark softly. Whiskers started to think Patches was okay for a dog. Maybe they could be friends. Distant through the window friends. That seemed safe enough for a smart cat. Mom Human gave Whiskers lots of cuddles. She seemed happier now. Her smiles were bigger. Lily still came to visit. She brought him his favorite fish-shaped crackers. She did not pull his tail anymore. She had learned. Or maybe she just grew up a little. Whiskers purred for her. His purr was still a happy motor. Maybe a little quieter, but still strong. He felt warm and safe. Life was different now, but it was still good. Whiskers had his sunbeam. He had his food. He had his naps. He had Mom Human. He had Lily's visits. He even had a funny dog friend to watch. Whiskers stretched in his sunbeam. He closed his eyes. He felt hopeful. The future might have new adventures and new kinds of tuna. He hoped so. He was a hopeful cat, and a hungry cat, always hungry.